What's going on, guys? I want to make a quick video going over the Arson machine wire guide system, specifically the Mlok system. They do offer a Picatinny system, but I didn't need that. Those would be good for like Block 2 guys, Mark 18 guys, rails that are all Picatinny. Obviously, mine's all Mlok except for the top, so I got the Mlok system. So starting out, these will work with your Surefire dual switch, your SR07 switch, and your mod buttons. So that's what they'll work with. The Unity taps, if it uses the same diameter wire and insulation setup as the Surefire mod button stuff, it'll fit just fine. I personally don't have the tap switch, so I can't confirm that, but if it uses the same wire on the Surefire stuff, you'll be good to go. So there are three options in terms of their Mlok system. You have your end clamp, your through clamp, and your 90-degree clamp. So I'll show you on this end clamp kind of how they work before we get over how I have mine set up. So this is the end clamp on this SR07. You can see on the bottom here it has a machine channel for the wire to sit in, and when you put the wire in it, you can kind of feel it pop into place, and that's how you'll know if it's installed properly, so that you're not destroying your wire when you go to put this on if it's not fully seated in the channel. So when you get these, just press them in. You'll feel the wire kind of pop into place, and that's how you'll know. As you can see, when the wire's in, it does not protrude from the channel at all, so you're not going to be crushing these when you put them down on your rail. They are going to fit pretty snug. You're not going to be able to like pull the wire through them once it's installed, which is nice, but you're also not going to crush it. Uses standard Mlok T-nut. These take up about half of an Mlok space. The 90 degrees are a little bit bigger. The through guides are a little bit smaller, and the end clamps are somewhere in the middle. But your end clamp is going to be good if you have a light and you have one pressure pad and you just need to run it from the light back into the pressure pad. I didn't end up using either of the ones that I bought, so unfortunately I kind of wasted money, but you live and you learn. So that's going to be your end clamp. You're going to do a 180. Next up is the through clamp. The through clamp just goes straight through, and you'll have two channels, one at the top and one at the bottom. So for whatever reason, if you have two wires going to one device, you do have a second channel underneath where you can run that second wire. You can get pretty creative with these, so don't take everything I say as law in terms of how you have to route these. You can get very creative with these, which is really nice. But this guy, two through clamps going to my PEC. On the other side is the 90-degree clamp. The 90-degree clamp is pretty cool because, as you can see, you have the option to bring the wire in from the top and then run it 90 degrees to another clamp, and then you can run it 90 degrees back up. So both of these are the 90-degree clamps. Two things on the 90 degrees I would stay away from is putting them on this 45 of your rail, if your rail has it, and running the wire in the top and trying bringing the wire through the top slot here. You'll really kind of crank your wire if you do that, and I would not recommend doing that. And I wouldn't recommend putting them on the 45s up here, because when you do, you really push your wire up against your top pick rail if your rail has that, and you might run into issues with it cutting into your wire. So I would leave these guys on the side, kind of how I have them routed here. But again, do what you will. You can put them down here. You can put them, honestly, wherever you want. You can get pretty crafty with these, like I said. These are pretty expensive. I ordered two of every option for the Mlok stuff, so that's 6 of these in total, and it ran me a little over $80, but definitely well spent. I love these. They're not very big. They're a little bit taller than your G10 rail scales, so not intrusive at all. I might just get another through clamp right here to kind of take the slack out of my wire, but that's pretty much everything with the Arson machine wire guide system for the Mlok stuff. Like I said, they do offer Picatinny, but I didn't buy those just because I didn't need them. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching.